What's up, Ego Hackers? Welcome to Practical Psychology Q&A August 2024. And also Fireside, if you haven't noticed. The fire is there. I have to get up soon to stoke said fire, but we'll keep it going. Let's see some people in the chat say hello while we're going. And I will get the questions that I'm going to be answering here. Just give me a second here. Let's get these questions going. What questions do I have? All right, cool. I have found some questions. Tonight's first question is, what would the quadra influence of an INTP SDUF look like? Quadra influence. So SDUF, let's see here. So that would mean INTP, so body temple is ego, which means heart temple is the subconscious. So that's where the SD is. The UF is on the opposite side of body temple, which is mind temple. So they're trying to be mindful. They're trying to be as close to the mind temple as possible. So they are basically passionate about learning. It would be the quadra influence of an INTP SDUF. Passionate about learning and going in that direction to be able to pull that off. That's at least what I would claim for that. I may need to add to the fire though, so just if that happens, bear with me. All right. Looks like interesting question from a certain woman that we know in the Ego Hacker community. How can a UDUF ISFP daughter get over her borderline personality disorder mom? I assume her mother's type might be ESFJ. Okay. This is going to be rough to answer. Okay, so if you're a UDUF as an ISFP, you're automatically a narcissist. You have narcissistic personality disorder, and that basically sucks to be you because you have narcissistic personality disorder. My condolences on that. So sorry about that. But the thing is that if your mother has borderline personality disorder, she is automatically triggering you. She is triggering your narcissism because what she is doing is that she's blaming everyone else for her emotions, essentially. That's what's happening. She's literally blaming everyone else for her emotions, which is pretty sad. But here's the problem. When you combine it with someone who is suffering from narcissistic personality disorder, like a UDUF ISFP, because they're automatically suffering from narcissistic personality disorder, when that is happening, it's sad because the narcissist already blames themselves for everyone else's emotions. So it creates this endless cycle of stupid, basically, endless cycle of abuse, because the borderliner is basically blaming the narcissist for their emotions, and the narcissist is already blaming themselves for the borderliner's emotions. And it's like, well, what the hell did you even do at that point? You see what I'm saying? It's just a perfect storm of bullshit. And not something I'd recommend. So the question is, how can a UDUF ISFP daughter get over her borderline personality disorder mom? There's really only one way. And I know specifically about the person who's asking this question. I know their situation. But literally, you need to get a man. You need to get a husband. Like, seriously. I mean, because this person lives in a Muslim country, and it's like a theocracy there, and basically, she just needs to get away from her mom so she stops feeling responsible for her mother all the time. That's literally what this woman needs to do. Get away from her mother. Please, get away from your mother. It would be like the most healthy thing that you could do. So do that, okay? Do that. You guys like CSJ Fireside Edition? You guys like this? I mean, come on. You know? Oh. Ayo. Hello, Bubbles. Okay. Wow, I've seen this. Come on, Alex Santana. No, you haven't. You haven't seen this. Can NI-DOM be impulsive? Yes, of course it can. Like, what kind of question is that? Why would an INTJ mistype as ISTP? Are they close? No. An INTJ is more likely to mistype as their pedagogue, which is an ENFP, which is the natural pair to the ISTP. However, I have seen ESTPs mistype as an INTJ all the time. So, what if the ESTP is actually an ESTP? Have you thought of that, Jordan? You might want to consider that. Okay. Hello, Stevie. And then, all right, cool. Greetings from Australia. Very cool. I've seen UDF ISFP be narcissists. Yes, they are narcissists. Okay, they all are narcissists. And it's because they are basically causing themselves to be responsible for other people's emotions. This is how it works. Okay? They blame themselves for other people's emotions. Next question. How does an INTP man deal with loneliness? I have to add some wood to the fire. Maybe you guys can see the fire. I don't know. Can you see the fire? Is it seeable for you folks? Probably not. Hold on. Just give me a moment here. So I'm going to get some wood while I'm talking to you folks. Now, how does an INTP man deal with loneliness? It's a good question. Very good question. A superb question, honestly. Let me get my flashlight attached to myself while I pick up the next piece of wood. Oof. Without getting bit here. Oof. That would be good. Yeah. Next piece of wood. So, moving on over. So, okay. First question I'd ask is, why is the INTP man lonely? INTPs and men, to their effing inferior, they're usually like lonely by default. Last I checked. Last I checked. So, if you're lonely by default, why is that even happening? You might want to look into that just a little bit. Because their social anxiety, due to extroverted feeling inferior, kind of ends up creating that problem over and over and over. No sea fire camping. Yeah, I mean, you got fire camping now. Can an INFP get mistyped as INTJ? Not really. INFPs usually mistype as INFJs, typically. That's what I've seen. How do you say your name? Is that Iazina? Iazina? I don't even know how to say your name. Stevie claims, I'm an ESFP. I mean, you do look like a heart wayfarer in your photos. So that's possible, I guess. Yeah, firelight. You guys like that? You like some firelight? It's pretty cool. All right. I'm going to turn this off because there's no point in having this on. Cool. All right. I got one of those flashlights like that they have in Final Fantasy 15. Probably my most favorite JRPG, by the way. Final Fantasy 15 was incredible. Incredible game. But yeah. So, INTP man dealing with loneliness. So, loneliness sucks. And it's a thing that happens, but usually INTP men bring it upon themselves. But what actually fuels INTP loneliness? It's not their ability for social interaction with extroverted feeling inferior. It has nothing to do with it. It actually has everything to do with their extroverted sensing child. My question is that are you, the INTP, ashamed of sharing what it is you spend time doing? What you spend time binging? Are you ashamed of sharing with random strangers that you binge watch a certain scientific railgun or a certain magical index or whatever fan service anime that you guys are obsessed with usually? Is that your problem? Is that your main issue? Because what it comes down to, like if you're an INTP and you're lonely, it's because You people are usually ashamed or guilty in sharing what it is you spend your time on. That's actually it. So maybe if you spent your time on more valuable things, like martial arts or whatever, share that with people, share that, and then you wouldn't be so lonely anymore. The thing is that you're just not exploring enough. You lack life experience. If you're lonely, you are spending so much time on World of Warcraft, and yeah, you should be feeling ashamed about sharing World of Warcraft with other people, especially women, for example. You should be ashamed. Okay? So why don't you go figure out how to start a fire without anything? Do that. Okay? That's hard, right? So do that. Do hard things. Don't do easy things. No one wants to discuss World of Warcraft with you unless they're a loser ENFJ woman who's probably insanely obese. Because most women that you find on World of Warcraft are obese ENFJ women. Just saying. So yeah. It really comes down to your introverted sensing child's ability to share. And if you're too ashamed, too guilty to share, that's because your introverted sensing child is invested in the wrong things, and go experience the correct things. Go get familiar with the correct things, okay? Something else. Not binging video games, not fan service anime bullshit, right? Fan service anime exists because those INTPs that created fan service anime are also alone. You might want to think about that, okay? It's not that hard. Yes, martial arts for INTPs. INTPs should be in it for sure. Oh my god, you watch CSJ too? Okay, cool. Why no hot ENFJs on WoW? Because to an INTP, all ENFJs are hot regardless of their size. That's why. It's kind of pathetic, if you ask me. SE Trickster has such terrible standards. To the point where it's just gross. It's actually gross. I loathe INTP standards in women, actually, with men. Do Muslim INTJs struggle with wanting something, thinking they won't get it if God doesn't allow it? I don't know, but you could actually go to the Ego Hackers Discord server and ask Color of the Sky. He is a Muslim INTJ from Turkey, and I'm sure he'd be happy to have a discussion with you about that. So, as I know that he's likely available, and I'm sure he'll probably rizz you up, knowing him. So, why not go for it? He's hella popular, hella fit, hella intelligent. The man is a dope dude. So, Color of the Sky. Discord.gg/Ego Hackers. Go in there, talk to him, let him rizz you. Who knows? I don't know. He doesn't have to rizz you if he doesn't want to. Whatever. I'm joking here, guys. Just sue me. Don't sue me, actually. Anyway, let's see here. As an INTJ, how should one cope with an I hero and FI child being so wanty about things? Well, make sure you're worthy of being able to want those things in the first place. Have you ever thought of that? Goddess Frequency, what careers do you think an INTP woman in technology in her late 20s should choose? I think you should quit your career and focus on getting married and having children, personally, because I think the idea of you having a career is harmful to you personally. And you probably think I'm a sexist misogynist for saying that, but the reason is you can always have a career after you have children. But if you're in your late 20s, your looks can't compete with younger girls anymore, and you're running out of time, and you're probably going to end up being forced to settle for a loser if you're single or not. If you're single right now, so you might want to But yeah, so my first question to that would be hey, are you single right now or are you not? So hey, we got 61 people on the stream. I will leave and probably eat some chips or something like last night. If you guys don't give me some more likes. So give me more likes. So Goddess Frequency says, my fear is just being trapped in a box. I'm such a generalist that, for my occupation. Well, Damn truth is you lied about other content creators. All right, what content creators am I lying about, Last Father? What am I lying about? Tell me. Let's go. What do you think about FI Heroes doing coding and programming? I think it's possible for them to do it, but they're not going to be happy. It's not going to be fulfilling, so let's not do that. Amy Lamia, INTJ with an ISTP and a 15-year-long marriage. It's hard, but we make it happen. I don't think that's actually your types. There's no way that's true. There's no way that's true. 15 years long is marriage? I don't think so. It's not happening. First time seeing low IQ ENTP. I mean, I did take the IQ test and it said I had an IQ of 108. So, I mean, but like most people have been watching me for years are telling me like I'm a genius. So, I don't know. Take it up with them. I don't know. For real, ENTP with high, look at Richard Feynman. Richard Feynman's an INFP. Shut up. Like, you don't even know what you're talking about. Get out. El Taco Frito. Is finding your purpose the best thing to do for an UD, UF, ENTJ woman to stay SF? Yeah. Because she's over-invested in discovery. So, yeah. I would say that's accurate, El Taco Frito. ¿Cómo está usted? El Taco Frito? ¿De dónde eres? Okay. You're right. I do want a family. I just don't want to feel like I just don't feel like I can afford it. Look, why don't you just let your man handle that stress and you don't deal with that? Goddess frequency. You're likely some NTJ woman who's like dealing with some bullshit. Like that's crap. Like, come on. Stevie says, I'm considering doing some counseling, maybe EMDR, but I'm an ESFP. Is this possible for me? I was an accountant before and I hate it. How do you know you're an ESFP? Like, you keep saying ESFP, but how do you even know? Goddess Frequency says, I'll focus on losing as much weight as possible and focusing on my looks. You probably should. The cartel is closed until further notice, but the women who used to be in the women's group might be able to handle that for you. Jordan says, you say often that Taylor Swift is an INTJ who is mainly in her ESFP subconscious. Well, a lot of other people say she's ESFP ego. How can you tell she's in her subconscious? I need to spend a little bit more time focusing on her. I should verify her again, and then I'll get back to you. Should INTP men approach women? No, INTP men generally should not approach women at all. They should instead be, how should we say, they should be introduced by other people. What are the best careers for ENTJs, preferably? Supply chain management, operations management, basically. COO. Maybe he's ESTJ. We both believe we can make it through hardships. I think everyone, Amy, can get through hardships if they believe it. Like, seriously. What exactly has Mercer stole from me? Like, when Mercer first started out, like, it's so funny. He, like, tried to, like, friend me on Discord earlier today. And I just had, like, no choice but to, like, laugh at that. Because, like, when you actually look at his oldest content, he's constantly talking about, like, my work. He's talking about the type grid, etc. And it's just like, yeah, come on. You know, it's like, oh, but then he'll be like, oh, well, that's Linda Barron's, you know, or etc. And it's like, no, it's not. Because, like, in terms of YouTube talking about Linda Barron's work is only 50% of the type grid. It's only, like, the interaction styles, you know, versus, like, you know, temperaments. Like, putting on temperaments. I'm the first person on YouTube to actually bring it to YouTube. So, like, if he's talking about that, like, he's full of shit. Like, you need to give credit where it's due, okay? And if he's not going to give credit, I'm going to call him out for it. It's just that simple. And his oldest content is that way. Like, if his content's not there anymore, maybe he took the videos down, who knows? But I really don't care. I got multiple people that I know who have witnessed his oldest content and just being like, yo, Mercer's talking about your work. He's very derivative off of your work. Mercer cannot exist without C.S. Joseph. And I'm just like, yeah, that's just kind of how I see it. Like, that's how I see it. Now, if I'm wrong, DM me in Discord and tell me I'm wrong and explain to me why I'm wrong. And then I'll be like, okay, maybe you're right. And then I will actually publicly apologize here on YouTube for it. I will. I'll take full responsibility. But based on the information I have right now, it doesn't look like it. It does not look like it. Okay? So, like, I mean, because here's the thing. It's easy for an ESFP like him because he's got TI Trickster and he can't verify anything. All he can do is research because that's the only form of verification that he can get. He can't verify anything on his own. He has got to rely on other people to verify for him, all right? Because he's TI Trickster, all right? So he's doing all this research and seeing what's going on, but then it's easy for his little TI Trickster to start making assumptions about CS Joseph, assumptions about my work, because the type grid, only half of the type grid, or up to half of the type grid, the original form of the type grid, is actually from Linda Behrens. But, like, what about the rest of it, huh? What about the rest? See, that's the problem. That's the problem I have, okay? So, yeah, Jerry, you got a problem with what I'm talking about, Mercer? I don't give a shit. Like, message me on Discord and tell me why I'm wrong. I'll be happy to have that conversation. And if someone could tell me why I'm wrong, great. We'll do it. We'll do it. But if I find that you're wrong, and if I disagree with you, I'll just go live, and then I'll start reading your DMs to everyone on my stream, laughing at you for being ridiculous. Like, that's what'll happen. So, do it at your own peril. Like, seriously. Like, come on. It's not hard. So, oh, Stevie, okay. Stevie, is that Stevie Lee? Is that the same person? If I typed you, all right, well, fair enough. You are an ESFP then, because I remember Stevie Lee actually being ESFP at the time. So let me scroll up to your question one more time. I don't know anything about EMDR to really actually be able to help you there, Stevie, so I'm sorry about that. If you could DM me on Discord and actually explain to me what EMDR is, maybe I could actually answer your question properly. All right, cool. Let's, too many Bible regurgitation. Okay. I mean, I was raised by a pastor. What do you want me to do, last father? What do you want me to do? Okay. Lucina says, does SE Inferior hate SE Critic? No. SE Inferior loves SE Critic, at least in men. But in women, it hates it. Crazy when you don't understand scientific process and claim to be ENTP. Okay. That's funny. Feynman is an INFP. Interesting. Makes sense somehow. They seem to lay things out in a way people understand. That's exactly what INFPs do. Yeah, G particles, straight up. Okay, I'm an ENTP going through really, really tough time. Mom is ill. Dad lost a job. Okay, fair enough. ENTP here, married to INTJ for 20 years. Congratulations, Leo. Any advice for an INFJ male in a relationship with ESTJ woman? Do what is natural to you, because that is a natural pair. I recommend you go to school.com/CSJoseph. That's SKOOL.com/CSJoseph, Aaron, and get a membership. Then go to the premium psychology course in the classroom section and watch the season 14 part 3 episode on INFJs and ESTJs. I believe it's episode 1 of season 14 part 3, and they'll answer all of your questions. That is school.com//CSJoseph. I'm putting the link in the chat right now. All right, cool. Going back up. Scrolling up. Last father's probably losing his mind in the chat. Lulz. All right, let's see here. How do people perceive SDSF ISTJs? The man for the job, very desirable people. Very much so. Are NTJ women more likely to be single and childless? Yes, they are more likely. If you want to learn why, Delta Dawn, you should read Myron Gaines' book, Women Deserve Less, and that explains exactly why NTJ women are more likely to be single and childless. Elle says, should INFP men approach women, or is it the same as with INTPs? It's the same with INTPs. Although I have noticed INFP men being more successful with cold approach than INTP men. Goddess frequency. Wait, do INTP women shouldn't have careers. Women can have careers, but they should prioritize being wives and mothers first, then have a career. That's all I'm saying. Socionics is better than MBTI. I actually agree with that. What are the most suitable types to ENTP as a partner? Last father is obviously a desecrating UDINTJ. Come on. Like, what are you doing walking around imagining to yourself in life that you're actually an innocent person? Like, seriously, dude. Oh my god. Oh, woe is you. Whatever, last father. You're so funny. Next one is, why should an INTP be introduced to a woman than to naturally approach? Referrals help SI child be more comfortable. It also establishes that any parent is already wanted, because if any parent does not feel wanted by the woman, they're not going to bother. Okay. SCSF, ISTJ, how do I stay focused? You should not be focused. You should actually just do everything at once. What should women do who can't find a suitable partner? I actually explained this in season 31, the episode, Is There Still Hope for Low-Value Women? And that was taken down off of YouTube. So it's going to be reposted later, so you're going to have to wait till that comes out to get that question. Jordan says, not going to lie, I think you're one of the best people on the subject. I've watched some other people's vids, and I literally can't even get through it because I feel like they're not as good as you. I mean, that's cool. Thanks, bro. Goddess Frequency is like, I plan on moving in with this guy after I graduate. Just see myself moving to a secondary city. I mean, like, don't move in with a man unless you get a freaking ring. I mean, like, unless you're not a virgin. I mean, if you're not a virgin, I mean, I'm kind of okay with that. But if you're a virgin, like, do not move in with him until you have a ring. Like, seriously. You don't know socionics. I don't care, dude. And socionics is better than ABTI anyway, so shut up. I hate being an accountant, but I love talking to people. So, like, Stevie Lee, just go into, like, sales. It's all good. Thank you, Leo. Give advice on relationships and had no success. Watch my stream last night. I explained that. Velspire says, do you have any premium content you're cooking right now? If yes, can you give us a little taste? No, I can't give you a taste, but basically it's how to social engineer body temple types with the octagram. That's what I'm doing right now. And then, can SDSF, INFJs be nostalgic about their past, just like ESTPs would with their SI nemesis? No. I'm going to say no on that one. I'll talk on Frito. I'm going to say no. Oh my god, there's 100 people on this stream. I only have 40 likes. This is not looking good. I'm thinking about taking a break, where I'm just going to leave the stream randomly here, unless you guys give me some more likes, and then, I'll stay. But otherwise, I mean, I go get a drink of water, get some chips. You guys can enjoy me chomping on some chips or something. Yeah. So, like, give me some more likes, and then we'll talk. Less likes, then I take a higher chance of me taking a break. So let's do this. What is the most likely place setting to find ENFP women as an INFJ male? Volunteer areas, hospitals as well, affiliative areas. Come on. What can a loser tell someone how to lose? A loser can tell someone how to avoid losing in the ways the loser has already lost. That's what can happen. Can't INTPs approach an ENTP woman by their own? I mean, sure they can, but why would they? You're worse than LeBron James. You can't keep a ring. That's actually hilarious. Last father is a dope-ass INTJ. Are you Gaia? You silly. Oh, my God. EMDR was triggering for me. Check out Hartman Walking Your Blues Away. All right, yeah, check that out then. Okay. You are NI creative. Oh, my God. How did you, qualify that? How do you approach people without SE? I just force myself on them, basically. I just, enter their conversations and invite myself to them with my SE demon. I don't give a shit. I do that all the time. How should a ESTP cultivate a good working business relationship with an ESTJ? Basically, be focused on achievement is probably the best way that I'd say going about it. Why are INFP men attracted to ESFJ women? They're not, but they are attracted to ENFJ women. How can I be more badass? People think I'm shy and that I'm an ISFJ. Too soft. You're a woman. It's okay to be soft. Give yourself that permission. How to distinguish between systematic and TI? TI is just if this, then that. Systematic is having a procedure from top to bottom to get a specific thing. What's the best way to identify each component of the type grid within yourself? Okay. The answer to that question is actually go to our school.com/CSJoseph membership. As soon as you get the membership, take the How to Type Yourself course in the classroom section. SKOOL.com/CSJoseph. That's school.com/CSJoseph. SKOOL. Yes, I am dropping videos again. It's all good. Why do ISTPs always disrespect people's opinion? It's because ISTPs think that those people are stupid. Because TE Nemesis. Come on. It's not hard. Yeah, sure thing, Aaron. I got you. All right, let's see. Likes to the video. Okay. This guy is a joke. Get your life in order before you give advice. Oh my God. You know, it's like you're like my friend, or at least the man who claims to be my friend, who lives on the West Coast. You're so cute, Last Father. You're so cute. Except you're not him, but because he doesn't give a shit about socionics. How can INFPs learn best? They learn best through reading. Okay. All right. I am not ashamed to show my face. It's all good. All right, where do I find ENTJ women and how? Golf courses, business. Go to like real estate investing, and they're like ENTJ women are everywhere. Even like NTJ women are everywhere. If you want an NTJ woman to date, like that's what I would do. If I wanted to get an NTJ girl, all I'd have to do is just like go to like real estate investing meetings over and over and over again, and I just ask them out and just like rack up a whole bunch of NTJ numbers, and then just like go on dates with them. Although like I was like severely disappointed, so I just gave up on NTJs entirely and moved on. So I'm happily married to my ISFP wife. So yeah. How do I do everything at once as an ISTJ? Boil the ocean, man. Like, explore everything. You want to become a generalist, not a specialist. If you're trying to focus, that means you're being a specialist. Learn how to become a generalist. Should I move out or save up? Yeah, I mean, well, if you become a nurse making 6 figures, then move out. Like, come on. People didn't grade. Okay. When INTP is showing of their creations to others, especially those to them, does it mean that I'm SF? No, that does not necessarily mean that. Which military branch would fit each type? That's a great question, actually, Death Knight Dan. That's a really good question. Soul Temple really likes the Marines. SJs really like the Army. NFs really like the Air Force. NTs like the Air Force. Ns like the Air Force a lot. It's an intuitive area. SPs kind of like the Navy, I've noticed. It's kind of how I would say that. Yeah, no chips for CSJ. That's right. Need more likes, folks. Okay, 1 second. Just had to check my foot here. How can I find an ESTJ woman? They're all over the place at the gym. Like, seriously, it's the most common place to find them. It's not hard. Well, Lost Father is saying it's a meetup for people under 110 IQ. He's obviously TE parent. Last Father has nobody willing to stick around for the guy. He's constantly dealing with performance anxiety every day of his life. The only way he can actually make himself feel better if he's constantly desecrated with this INTJ-ness. Poor guy. Should you move out? Yeah, you should move out, dude. I do report 108 IQ. I guess we should trust IQ tests. What do you have a problem with NTJ women? I do have a problem with NTJ women because, like, why the hell would I want to date boss babes? Like, explain that to me. Why the hell would I want to commit to a boss babe? Okay? I find them utterly disgusting. And NTJ women are statistically most likely to act like boss babes. They're disgusting in general. I keep, like, throughout my life, I've kept trying over and over and over with NTJ women. I keep trying, and I'm entirely disappointed. I'm disappointed. So I'm just not down for that. Just really not down. So, why are the most compatible women for INFP men the most masculine types like NFJ, STP? It's just the way it works, man. Setting looks cozy in there. It is cozy. What would you suggest for a 29-year-old MIS major who's a female INTP? I want to take years, but I don't know if I should keep tech. Should probably do nursing, honestly, but so you can, like, stay in a feminine area, so you don't, like, make yourself more masculine than you already are. Did CSJ rob last father or something one day? Why so mad? I know, right? Okay. NTJ is probably an Air Force. Okay, yeah. Okay. How's it been raising an INFJ son? It's been interesting. I really enjoy him. His big thing is cooking these days. I love my little man. It's pretty awesome. Why is it common for SCJs to be in the gym and not NFPs? Because NFPs are lazy. Okay, right. Besides reading, do INFPs prefer to learn things in a top-down approach, like first knowing that the method works in real world and then building their intuition? I would say that's true, Lizina. What do you think of INTJ STUF women? They're probably the worst. They're absolutely the worst. Like, as far as INTJ goes, the only women that I have, like, patience with is UDSF. I mean, I did like some UDF ones, but, like, I had to deal with, like, a lot of betrayal. You know, it's not like last father actually had any like a quantity of relationships, because I've had a ton of relationships with women. I mean, I've dated well over 600, and that's when I started, like, that's when I stopped, like, counting. That doesn't mean I had sex with all of them, because most of the time it was, like, I'd say about, like, 85 to 90% of the time going on dates with so many women, it was me leaving after the first or second date and never have anything to do with them again, and then just ghosting them because I just how disgusted I was. American women are terrible, like, in general. Like, it's and I'm sorry to say that for you American ladies who are watching this, but, like, in general, because American women don't really have that much to offer men these days, because men don't care about how much money you make. Men don't care about what your career is. They care about whether or not you can cook. They care about whether or not you have very little body fat on you. They care about whether or not you actually know your way around Victoria's Secret. They care about whether or not you actually can do your hair properly or actually can do your makeup properly, whether or not you even need makeup to begin with. Like, that's what men care about. But if y'all are so busy wasting your fertile years on go to school, go to college, get a job, and you end up pricing yourself out of the sexual marketplace on your own, and then you blame men for it, where's all the good men, when the reality situation is you don't actually have something to offer men. So that's your own fault. That's not my fault. That's your fault. And in general, that's what I think about INTJ STUF women, because they're like Paris Hilton. Entitled, greedy, gross. Gross women. Really just gross. You know? So no thank you. Literally no thank you. Okay? And I'm happily married to my ISFP wife. Okay? I love my Chris knife. I love CK. So, like there it is. Like, who gives a shit? Is it all Octagram INTJs being boss babes? No, not all of them. UDSF INTJ women are not boss babes, as near as I can tell. Okay, my military friends say Navy is for nerds, Air Force is for... Okay, that's funny. Yeah, CSJ is a joke, blah, blah, blah. Lied on content creator. What does that mean? What does that mean? Oh, what if Last Father is actually Mercer getting all butthurt? Maybe that's what's going on. That'd be funny. Is Mercer desecrating too? Is he UD? Is Mercer a UD guy? That's probably what's going on here. My INTJ sister seems to be the exception. She wants to marry early. I don't know why. Marrying early is a good thing and it's healthy for women. Should NTJ women go after SFJ provider types? I would say yeah. I'd say yes on that. Cycling back to psych nursing during my junior year. Okay. Joy says you lied about asking you to have her on her show. I don't care what Joy says. Like, I actually had a phone call with her years ago. Okay? Unless, like, what could happen, though, it is possible that I might be talking about a different content creator, but I really think it was Joyce, actually. You know, she's all FI hero, like, oh, embarrassed, oh, you know, C.S. Joseph, I'm not sure I want him on my show because it'd probably make me look bad, you know, so, I mean, it's not like she'd want me on her show anyway, so, like, what the fuck does it matter? It doesn't matter. Like, I don't care. I really don't care. I don't understand why people think I care about MBTI YouTubers. I don't. They're all terrible, like, all of them, except Dave Powers. Love Dave. But, like, you know, and Kendrick's cool, too. But the rest, like, but seriously, like, in general, like, y'all are just, like, spitting this crap from the interwebs and actually think personality database is true for some reason, because it's not. You know, like, the socionics people are, like, superior to MBTI YouTubers any day of the week. Absolutely. Like Lamb Sauce crushes all of you people. And I have great respect for Lamb Sauce. Lamb Sauce is a G. Like, straight up. The man's a G. Okay? So, just y'all are funny. Y'all are very funny. Very silly. All right, let's see. How can an ISFJ SDUF become SDSF? Practice gratitude. That'll do it. Any books to help with my TE Trickster? Only ones written by INFJs. How can an ISFJ SDUF become? I already answered that. As an INFJ, how can I connect more with my ISFJ father? Show him things. Show him how to perform. How does an ESFP stay focused when it comes to building a business? Okay, you have to be caveman to think he sees. Hey, we got 100 people on the stream. We need more likes. Need more likes if you want me to keep answering questions. You guys are not giving me enough likes, so you all get to be punished. This audience is now punished. I am going to take a quick break. Enjoy your punishment, folks. You enjoy that punishment. Yep. C.S. Joseph punishing his own audience. Crazy. Who'd have thought that would actually happen? As I change out a battery for my dear bride, who I love so much. All right. Let's get this going here. And then, there you go. Yeah. Enjoy that. And, get my, got my generator running right now. Folks will love this generator. It's pretty amazing. There we go. For some reason, is that really saying? That's so weird. All right, you got more likes yet, guys? We're gonna come back and see more likes. Let's see some likes. Let's see some likes. Come on. I want to see some likes. Yeah. See some likes. Cool. We got more likes. A lot more. That's great. That's fantastic. Awesome. Thank you. All right, how does an ESFP stay focused when it comes to building a business? Do multiple businesses simultaneously. I'm not even kidding. Okay, Simran says, how can I stop being scared to be myself as an INFJ? Very easily. Okay, very easily. Think about it. Like, why are you so afraid of failure? Are you, like, planning on being stupid for the rest of your life? Are you planning on being stupid? Because you cannot get smarter without failure. It's kind of interesting because last Father's like, oh, CSJ is a joke. He keeps failing all these relationships, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, well, I'm smarter than most people in relationships because I have so many failures. So failure is what actually makes a person more intelligent, not success. Heart wayfarers, they literally have no clue what they're talking about most of the time. So seriously, maybe you should be okay with being yourself so that you could be okay with failure, so that you can learn more about how to fail and actually be more intelligent instead of like having success, which makes you less intelligent. We're wrapping up the show here very shortly, folks. Just give me a heads up. How can ENFPs make sure they're loyal to the right people? They should have a developed FI parent with which they can invest people in properly. Okay? Yeah, no spamming. How can an obese INTP be in her most feminine? I plan on going on Ozempic. I don't know if that's a good idea. Read Irresistibly Feminine by Zach Rody. I did not sleep with 600 women. I never made that claim. That's the ridiculous. Okay. Dated 600 women is not the same as sleeping with them. Idiot. Okay, last question. What's your thoughts on numerology? I mean, there's something to it, but I'm not really down for numerology. Apparently there are stereotypes about looks in the military. I don't care. Clown Joseph. Yeah, that's actually a really good joke. I like that one, actually. ENTJ women making more money than the INFP man pedagogue relationship. I mean, that happens. I guess that's why ENTJ women will be alone. When women make more money than men, that's when they're alone. Just letting you know. What about CPT? What is CPT? How can I convince an INTJ man to be financially responsible? Get them focused on Velspire. Get them focused on saving lives instead of making money. What behaviors separate ENTJ women from other women? Being boss babes, constantly being afraid they're not worthy enough all the time. If you don't mind answering, why even get married? What's the point? I mean, like, I married a woman where it's necessary to have a legal marriage because, like, the laws, immigration, transferring of assets, other protections. There's some reasons for getting legally married, and there's some reasons to avoid it. It's pros and cons, folks. Where can my INTP guy friend find an ENTJ woman? I already answered this question earlier in the stream. Might want to watch the whole thing. How can an INTP go into a new group of people just by going to the new group? CSJ on strike again. That's right. Wait, CSJ punishments are real? That's right, they are real. Get over it. Alright, how can an INTP female be the most feminine while also making loads of money? They can't. Impossible. Does not compute. Sorry. What specific niche in the counseling therapy field would be the most optimal for you to UF INFJ? I don't know. Something that has to deal with cluster B, I'd imagine. Not the stream hearts. Yes, the likes on the video. Thank you. Not stream hearts. Okay. You're the first therapist. But I'm not. I'm not a therapist, though. Don't call me a therapist. I'm not a therapist. I'm a coach. Thank you. All right. Does ENFP not care about objectivity? They can actually care about objectivity, very much so, because they're Soul Temple. I want to thank you for all your videos. Sure thing, you're welcome. Chase, I feel dumb. I feel dumb because I'm so forgetful. How can I overcome this? Write everything down, Stevie. Literally write everything down. You say women's judgment is cognitive projection. Is man's perception also projection? Perception also projection? Yeah, there's actually there's actually a good argument there, Amelia. I'll have to think on that a little bit more. So, I've never begged to be on Joyce's show. Beauty, do you remember me begging to be on Joyce Meyer's show, like, ever? Yeah. Her response is, I don't know who that is. Exactly. That is the correct answer. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, cool. What happened to my INFJ GF? My INFJ, she decided to take off. I answered that question last night in last night's stream, so watch that instead, Simran. All right, which of the 16 types are most likely to become hoarders and pack rats? That's a funny one. What do you think? What's your opinion? Which of the 16 types are the most likely to become hoarders and pack rats? I think it's UF INTPs. Like, seriously. You know, they got the body pillow going. You know, like, that's what I think it is. And the big hoarders and pack rats. Also ESFJs, UF as well, I've noticed. They don't let go of anything. ISTPs do it as well, I've noticed, but like temporarily. It's like a very temporary thing. It's like they do it in phases. So I thought that was the very interesting way of putting it, for sure. So, okay. All right. How do I set boundaries as an SDSF ISTJ? Very simply, just state your boundaries and then say no and then give people ultimatums. It's not hard. Why do NTJ women always fight with each other? Because of competition. So, Silver asks, are you going to be monogamous with CK for the rest of your life, or are you going to get another wife eventually? To which I respond, CK and I have elected to be monogamous because right now we are focusing on our family, we're focusing on Big K, we're focusing on our health and fitness, and we're focusing on just meeting a lot of our goals, our own personal goals right now. So yes, that is what's going on there. Just signed up for school, loving the review and on the point material. Thank you, Alex, for your support. Very good. And yes, check the whole video. All good Pathfinder. Hopefully you find the answer you're looking for. What would be the best way for an ENTP can be consistent in habits like the gym? Just by doing it. If you desecrate the MBTI community, how can you expect to be invited to a podcast interview by them? Because I don't want to be invited to a podcast interview by the MBTI community. I want to be invited to podcast interviews with people outside of the MBTI community. Come on, Silver. This is literally what I want to do. Like, that's what I want. Why can't I want that? Come on. Can ISFJ be good at trading options? No, probably not. What type is Wolverine in the new movie? ESTP. Okay. How does INFJ help with ENFP-TI Trickster? By verifying everything for them. Does this system lend itself to using our types to determine if someone is adamant on planning and scheduling, or does it not have anything to do with type? Sure, it has a lot to do with type. For example, I find ENFPs don't plan. Neither do ENTPs. We just make it up as we go. Do SE user males have action and intentions intermingled? Yeah, but like most SP men do, especially women. Was watching Fireside Chat. You mentioned being okay with Railgun going on her way. She has that freedom of choice. I was talking about Railgun. I was talking about laser gun. Come on, Caitlin. I find myself saying the same thing. Curious if this is common in any hero perspective. No, it's not. Which is worse to have, TI Trickster or NI Trickster? TI Trickster for sure. I'd rather have NI Trickster over TI Trickster any day of the week. Sir, where to find INFJ women who are not run through and feminists? Probably in Italy. I don't know. Maybe. South America. How can a UDUF INTP stop being so irritated? By being familiar with irritating things. Does this okay, I already answered that question. What is Homath's type? I think it's an ENTP. Do FE user men not like to receive help from FI user women? I like it when my FI hero wife, CK, gives me help. It's very nice. She's very helpful in the exact way that I need all the time. She also helps me think better, and I'm able to solve problems faster, and I'm way more efficient and more effective because she is my wife. God bless her. Okay, if no solution can be found among people who share strong camaraderie to the point where they now see each other as opponents who should fight to the death, what should be done instead? Peace, agreement, or fight in a different term? Can INTPs pull off polygamous relationships? Yes, they can. What would be the best business for an ENTP to get into? Personal brand. Why do INTJ men get with other SE user women? That's a good question. I don't know, actually, but they do it constantly. I think it's because they're kind of a little narcissistic, and they want to be with people just like them. How does INFJ... No, I'm not answering that question. What is the best way to demon to stop alienating people? By listening to others for once. Yeah, just V Scorpius, just keep doing your journey. Just don't give up. Keep doing it and do it all. Become a generalist, not a specialist. What is the difference between INTP and INFJ? Well, watch the video. I don't know what else to tell you. Has someone ever asked you something that you didn't have a solution to? If so, how do you compensate for that? You don't have to answer if you don't want to. Yeah, a few times it happens. People ask me for solutions. I don't know the answer. So I give them some books if I don't really know, or I just tell them and I'm like, yeah, I don't know. But it doesn't happen very often. Why INTJ SCUF seem to be empathetic? While they have FB, it's because they're sympathetic, not empathetic. I just want to be a fully actualized INTP in her most feminine. Can I use the informative systems degree in nurse informatics? Goddess frequency. I don't know what to tell you other than read Zach Rody books. Irresistibly feminine. Worthy woman. Show him your heart. Inspire his devotion. Do that. Do that. Okay? Your education and your ability to make money does not benefit men. Men don't care about that. They don't value this. I just told you what they value, so do that instead. Okay? Have you typed Wolverine Logan? ESTP already said that. Come on. Why is Sasuke an ENTP? Is he more extroverted than Naruto? He is, but he's just angry all the time. He's U to UF. All right, how do I know? Okay, whatever. Okay, hi Chase, do you really think an ESTP man can have a good marriage with an ISFJ? Absolutely, I do. Can't believe you said it's impossible to be rich and spoiled. TP. Thank you for your help. You're welcome. How can SDSF become more wise through reading? Can ISTP be friends with an INFJ? They can if they're women. If they're men, probably not. Which types in men are usually the biggest simps? NP types for sure. NP is the biggest simps. What is Shiru and Elias type? No clue. I don't even know who that is. CI parent can't know everything as much as it thinks it can. Preach. That's the truth. How can INFJ UDSF calm down? Probably smoking. What is Sasuke's personality? ENTP. What would a country completely run by SUGAs be like? Probably Switzerland. What's the best business to get into as an ISFJ woman? Probably babysitting or cleaning, I'd say. That would be my reaction. All right, cool. We're at the end of the show, finally. Thank you all for watching and listening, and thank you for all the likes on the streams. But yeah, and Goddess Frequency, go talk to Bubbles. So cool. All right, folks, thanks for watching and listening. This is the Practical Psychology Q&A for August 2024. The next Q&A will be available on school.com/CSJoseph and will no longer be available here on YouTube, and it'll be over Zoom. So just giving you guys a heads up, this is the last time we're doing Q&A here, and that is school.com/CSJoseph. I'm putting the link right now into the stream chat. And just know that it is $29 a month right now. And as of the 1st of September, which is like 2 days from now, it will be $37 a month. And if you want to get your pricing grandfathered in at $37 a month, get it right now. Get it right now. School.com/CS Joseph, SKOOL.com/CS Joseph. Have a good night, folks. Later.